What is going on, guys? Welcome to another video. So today what we are doing, number one, we are just going fishing. I don't have too many baits. I have 3 rods with me just because I really don't know what we're going to be catching fish on. A little pet peeve real quick before we get into the video. This kayak is amazing. It's absolutely the coolest kayak I own by far just because it has a trolling motor in it. But one thing that it does not have is a good way to fit my phone inside of the kayak. Like I have an iPhone 11 and when you sit it down in there, it just gets stuck down in there. But I mean, not that big of a deal at all. Like, it's a phone. I should probably have it like tethered somewhere to me, probably not in there, but like if you throw it down in that little dry storage hatch, it's probably gonna get stuck, just so you know. On a good old kayak today, we're about to dump it in. I don't have any plans for this so far. So like I have a box of jerk baits because last time I was out here I caught a really big fish on a jerk bait. And then I have cranks and frit sides. So just kind of the stuff that I like to throw this time of year, like shad pattern stuff, bluegill pattern stuff, and red. Those are like my top 3. If I had to pick something to throw, I'm throwing one of those 3 today. Honestly, we're just gonna go out here and try to make it happen. Like this might be a little bit longer of a video, or it might just be a little bit more talking. We have a pretty decent condition day. I don't want to say the fishing is gonna be good because I don't want to jinx it, but I mean, we have overcast and we have a wind. And it's been pretty consistently warm. We also got some rain a couple of days ago, so like the water should be warm, but I think it should be comfortable. I think the bass should be comfortable. I'm not really sure how it's gonna be. There are a lot of small fish in the pond, so like we probably will have to weed through some of the small ones. Just gonna go ahead and say that up front. But once we get out on the water and like get them figured out, hopefully we can find some big ones today. I really do think that it's possible. I think we can make that happen. So with that being said, that's your intro. We're just going straight up fishing today. We don't have any challenges, anything crazy. We just want to catch some bass, and we have the whole evening to do it. It's 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock now, so we have until pretty much dark to be out here and catch as many as we possibly can and put a hurting on them, like a pain, not a hurting, a pain on them. Like we want them to call back to the mother bass and be like, he caught all of us and he caught the biggest bass. Back in it, baby, just stay in a town. I'm on the edge, I ain't coming down. I get too high.
Larry catches the biggest bass.
Oh, he came off. That was like a 3 or 4 pounder. Hey, we got another one. What? That might be the craziest. And he came off too. You know, it's kind of one of those things that can be a little difficult. I really feel like red will kill it, but every time we come out here, we throw red, so we got to switch it up today. I'm really kind of feeling like throwing this bigger body crank. This is a Square Bull 7.5. I mean, it's just a little big, but I mean, I feel like that might be what it takes to kind of weed out some of those small fish. Yeah, I think we're gonna go to the dam and we're gonna start with this one right here. Because at least, you know, a dink, like a true dink, shouldn't be able to eat one. I love the wind. The wind is such a blessing to have on a hot day, but some days it's just like, that was a little white cap right there. It's white capping out here, guys. It's white capping. All right. Get rigged up here. All right, we got our first rod rigged up. This is the new, or not new, but like new to me, Abu Garcia Max Z. I fished it out here in a previous video and absolutely fell in love with it. Oh, there's a bald eagle over there, straight ahead. What? It's pretty dang cool. And it would be an honor to donate a fish to that bald eagle. Like one under 3 pounds. Maybe if I catch one, I might put it on the front of the kayak and see if he'll come get it. That would be awesome. I don't even care about getting that on like film. I just want to say that I did it. But I feel like I need to get that on camera for y'all to believe it. Yeah, guys, there's like a bald eagle just flying over here, like making circles. Looks like it, yeah, he's coming this way. All right, we're spot locked right here. I'm trying to debating on, do I want to go down this bank first or do I want to go down here first? Because the wind's kind of, it's blowing in this general direction. Or do I just want to go out to the middle first? I think we go out to the middle first. That should get us out of the wind and everything. There we go. Oh, not a bad one. Not a, oh, dropped in the kayak. Hey, not a bad one. Not a bad one. He's bigger. Like, we've definitely caught a lot smaller than this one out here. So we're not mad at that for the first fish. He barely had it. He got it as it was coming up out of the water. Oh, he's fairly warm. There might be one on bed today. Thing I'm trying to make sure I focus on today is slowing down my retrieve, because one thing that I've noticed out here is all of the big fish that I caught my PB out of this pond, a 9.3. All of the big fish that I've caught have been like, I've been picking out a backlash, or I like reached down. The last one I caught, I was reached down fumbling with a trolling motor. So one thing that I'm gonna try to make sure that I'm paying attention to today is like not moving too fast and actually like making sure that I'm, you know, giving my lures a little bit of time to pause in the water and whatnot. So that was one from out in the middle. Wasn't the biggest fish in the world, but like wasn't just, you know, a true certified dink. So we'll take that as a starting point. We're fishing a 7:1 gear ratio reel with the Ugly Stick carbon rod. Best cranking rod that I own. For sure, hands down, best cranking rod I own. $100 rod. They had them at Field and Stream, but our local Field and Stream is going out of business. I just learned that a couple days ago, so I'm not really sure. You can pick them up online. I have a link in the description to get them, but I know a lot of y'all kind of like to go, you know, straight to the store and get them. I would personally too. You know, I don't want to have to wait 3 days for it. Oh, look at the bald eagle right there. It's just hanging out. Oh, I didn't even see it. I had to catch another one to see if I can offer it. Peace offering. Or a thank you for your service offer. And the crazy thing is, it looks so small over there, but it get over here and it just be like, I wonder if it sees this blue kayak. It's probably trying to figure out what I'm on. It's like, is that like a well, like a freshwater? What is floating in that pond? There's one, maybe. Or it might just be some grass. It's not really fighting. That's a fish, that's a big mouth. Hey, bigger is better. Oh, we did it again. Hey, chill out. Or do you want to hang out with us? Where's that bald eagle at, matter of fact? How do you offer a fish to a bald eagle? Is there like a wiki how? Dinner, or lunch, late lunch, brunch. Man, that's cool. I need to get a Berkeley dredger. It's like a 20-something foot diving crankbait. I need to put on like 20-pound fluoro so it doesn't really go that deep. I need to get one that dives like 15 to 18 foot. Honestly, to be 100% honest with y'all right now, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just out here in the middle blind casting, hoping for something cool to happen. There we go. Oh, he came off. That was like a 3 or 4 pounder. Hey, we got another one. What? That might be the craziest. And he came off too. We just lost a 4 pounder and then we just slung our crankbait is back behind. That might be the craziest sequence of fish catches I've ever had. And a year ago today, that same thing happened. I had a chatterbait in the water and a fish just came up and ate it. Today must just be like a magic fish day or something. Dude, that was like a 4 pounder we just lost right there. Like that was actually a really good fish. I saw him when he spit it. And then this one back behind us was like a pounder. Gosh, dude. That was a crazy sequence of events. Like, I mean, we just lost a 4 right there and our crankbait just lands back behind us randomly and we lose a pounder behind us. And it probably ate it off the top too. That's the other crazy thing. So that's the one thing that I say about the Larry Milton Jr. videos. You never know what's gonna happen. And it's 100% unscripted. Like you can't make something like that up. Like that was a good fish. That's why we were throwing this bigger crankbait, not getting as many bites, is so we could catch something like that. Like that was a good solid 4 pounder. Like would have been very, very happy with that fish. Like that fish isn't necessarily like Instagram picture worthy, but like definitely would have got an Instagram story. Lose that one, like get to see it. Oh, we got one. Hey, we got one. And he came off too. Dude, we're 0 for 3. Okay, we gotta figure something out. Like we got all of our hooks on this crankbait. We've had, what does that make? 3 right there. We landed 2 and those both came off in the boat. That makes what, 6 fish that we've landed on this thing? I don't have a net with me today. Like this is kind of starting to turn into like a recipe for disaster, because out of all 5 fish that we've hooked on this thing, we've landed 2 of them, but both of them fell off in the boat. And I thought that was just like coincidence. But now that we've lost 3, shoot, how many have we lost? Yeah, I guess 3. This is gonna be an interesting day. Like I'm throwing this bigger crankbait to get a fish like the one we just lost. Like we just lost a solid 4 pounder. Like kind of actually heard about that one. I just hope you can see it on the camera, because like, I mean, the fish jumps here, crankbait goes flying back behind me. I'm heard about that one. Get myself together, get ready to reel in and make another cast, and we have a fish there, pounder, lose it too. And then we just lost another one. Not big. Can we land it is the question. Can we land it? I think we do not have one. We have grass. Getting real interesting real quick. We'll say that. You know how it seems like some days are just like weird days of fishing. You know, you could think that you're like starting to figure it out. I'm starting to become a pretty decent bass angler. And it's like, nope, there's always just that one day. This is what today is starting to feel like. Just that one day that's gonna make you rethink your whole bass fishing capabilities. That's the thing, all it takes is one miss, like, or like 2 or 3 missed fish catches like that, and you start thinking like, you could catch 100 in a row straight, like perfect flawless catches, and you miss 2 or 3 and you're like, maybe I'm not as good as I thought I was. There we go. That feels like a better one. Hey, we'll take it. We'll take it. Just don't come off, sir. Just don't come off. That's a thick one. Hey, you chill. All right, there's a bigger, longer one. Nothing too crazy, but I mean, you're getting there. You're getting there. Hey, that was cool. All right, cool. All right, that one, we hooked him. He stayed on pretty good. Never really felt like we were gonna lose him, so points to us for that. That cast was straight into some grass or straight into a fish. I feel like it's grass though. Yeah, grass. Oh, there we go. That's not a big one. Okay, these are the ones that we were definitely trying to avoid. I mean, did you eat it by accident? Like, how do you even, one, how do you even have the courage to like get behind that? All right, let's get out of here. The one that came up and tried to eat it before that was decent though. Like he wasn't bigger than a 4, but he might've been like 1.5 pounds or so. It was a pretty cool, it's always cool whenever you see like a big one come after it. And like you're actually able to like watch it, like not necessarily come after it because it hit it and missed it, but like come at it and like, what is that thing? How many do we have? We have, what does that make, 4 or 5? We have a lot more losses, I feel like, than we do wins on this thing. We're gonna fish this little pocket over here and then I'm gonna look back in my bag and see if we have anything else. Because I would like to catch a few. And it's like the big fish eat the smaller baits that the smaller fish eat too. So I feel like we've been able to weed out a lot of the smaller fish catches because we have had a lot of followers and I have seen a lot that I just haven't said anything about, just following behind this thing. But I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, we lost that 4 for sure, minimum 4-pounder over there. And I always like to go pound under. So like that fish honestly probably could have went 5. Like that would have been a nice fish to have, but it's all good. I'm not sure what else we have in our bag, but I do want to fish this crankbait over here before we start looking to make a switch. I want to fish something that we can kind of fish all the way around the pond and maybe just make 3 laps. And just say we can make like, I just want to say that we made 3 really good laps around the pond with like 3 different lures. So I kind of like this, where this wind is blowing in right here, where the wind kind of meets the slack water. So we might try that a little bit. Don't zip on over there. Hopefully we can say we catch a, hopefully we'll break our PB today. I think we could do it. Look like they have a good point on them. I don't know. It's hard to say. Dang, that was a good one too. All right, we're gonna spot lock right here and I'm just gonna take this off. We do have 2 other rods with us, but I don't know how I feel about this because I mean, the 2 biggest fish that we've hooked on this thing, we lost. Don't think it's a bad lure. I think it just might be one of those days because I think me and Dill might have had a pretty decent day, or he had a good day one day on that crankbait and caught a whole bunch of fish that were like schooling on shad. So let's see what we got in the old box. We got this little money badger right here, bluegill pattern. Super small. It dives down to 10 feet. I feel like that might be more of on the dam type of thing, but I kind of want to tie that on. It's a smaller profile, but it gets down a lot deeper. I don't know. I'll tell you, this spot lock is so clutch just for times like this where I want to change lures, but you know you don't want to continue to drift on back in there. You don't want to spook any of the fish out with that trolling motor, but having that spot lock option, just being able to float slowly. Or just stay where you're at until you're actually ready to fish back in here. It's awesome. All right, we can turn that off. Hey, there's a small one. He's not too bad. Hey, he's not bad, he's thick. Boom. What a monster. A true monster. See ya. All right, we're getting somewhere slowly but surely. It's our first one on the money badger. Feels like a better one. Maybe. On that money badger. Awesome. A little bit bigger mouth than that last one. We'll take it. Been out here for an hour, caught, I don't know how many that makes, probably 6 or 7 that we've landed. We've lost a 2 and a 4, like I've probably been saying every minute on the minute, seems like for y'all, but man. Hey, there we go. he was following it. Like he would come up, hit it, leave it alone, come up, hit it, leave it alone again. Oh. Monster big old big mouth bass. I know y'all love it when I say that. If you don't love it when I say that, you're going to love it when I say that, because that's the only name I know them by. Oh, I think we got one over the rail. That's not good. Oh, he swam around it. Okay. I was about to say we cast it over that little dock right there. Oh, he must say it's taking it the water. We still spotlight. Yeah. Ooh, that is not a big one, but hey. We're getting our fish catches in on this video for sure. Awesome. There's another one. What a monster. You see it. You love it. You see it. See ya. Oh, there we go. Not a bad one. Hey, don't come off. We'll take it. It's a thicker one. Hey, you chill out, man.
A few inches later.
All right, we are not going for you. You are the right species, but just horrible size. Now, it's crazy to me to see how different fish are. Like, I mean, you can catch one that's that size, or you can catch one that could eat a small child. Water ski. Hey, thickening up, thickening up, thickening up. All right, we got a forward facing rod holder right here. I need it to be like right here beside the seat, because I just, like, I don't forget it's there. It's just kind of in an awkward position. There we go. Hey, that one is decent. It's sizing up. We are catching better ones today, I will say that. Awesome. We kind of hooked him in the gill, so we're gonna go ahead and get him back. And he was crunk to get back. We saved him. Man, he like really swallowed this money badger. He was crunk to get back. I'm happy to see that he was very, very alive and well and ready to get on his way. It makes me feel a lot better about the situation. That's one way you never want to hook them to where you have to like touch their gill in any way, at least me personally. Like, I want to hook them to the point where they're not going to get off, but I don't want to have to be doing surgery in the kayak trying to save a life. But part of it for sure. All right, we are right over, literally right over where we got that fish at, where we wanted to fish. We came in from the wrong way, and then catching that one kind of threw us off. There we go. Come here. There's like a little, I don't know what you would call it, like a little road that runs underneath the kayak right here. That might be a decent spot to catch a couple. That was not intended. Gosh, dude, you make it so difficult. You fish sometimes make it so difficult. Maybe it might be my fault. No, it's not my fault, it's your fault. You shouldn't have done that. Bad fish. There he goes. There we go. That feels like a pretty good one. Oh, came off. He wasn't big, not gonna lie to y'all, he wasn't big, but he was better. He was better. Like he was worth the little bow we just gave there. Not bow, the little disappointment squat. There we go. That's a better one too. That one actually does feel pretty good. Oh, he came off too. Oh, he ate it again. He ate it again. This is the weirdest day of fishing I have ever had in my life. This is the absolute weird, by far the weirdest day. This fish ate the crankbait once, got off. I put my rod back in the water. He ate it again as the rod was going back in the water. Hey, he has that same mark as that big one that we caught. Oh, a couple days ago. That was crazy. That was crazy. That's the second time that's happened to me. I lost that 4-pounder over there, put my crankbait in the water, another one came up and ate it. I like this little spot we're in right here. I feel like there's probably a couple big ones cruising around. I really wish we had like a big glide bait or something, but as of right now, we don't even have a rod to throw a swim bait on. I might go to Walmart and buy me like one of those big ugly stick catfish rods, just so we have a way to throw a big swim bait. You eat my money, Badger. You eat it. That's a better cast. Oh, he's on there. He ate it again. Cool, we're good, we're good. Awesome. I like the money badger. I like where we're going with it. None of these fish have been really big, but just looking at them, like they're thicker. I know it's that time of the year where they're, you know, like pre-spawn going on and whatnot, but we have caught some smaller ones on it, but it seems like the majority of them have been kind of like that next size up. So I think it was a fair trade-off. We lost the biggest fish on the bigger crankbait over there on like the non-windblown side of the pond, but we're definitely catching more over here. And I feel like this is almost one of those things that if you're not throwing like a big swim bait, you almost have to weed out all the small ones. It's one of those things I don't think there's really any avoiding it, because I've tried, like, you know, we tried to fish out in the middle a little bit today. I didn't really have too much go on there. We might go back and try it as the evening goes on, because there's like a couple flats that are out there, and I think if we could stay on the outside of them and not necessarily try to catch fish on the outside, but like where it kind of ramps up to get to the flat, I think that could be a strategy that we try out. But as of right now, I feel like I'm just trying to weed through all these small fish to find a bigger one, because I know they're down there in the mix. It's just, do I need to change up my presentation? Do I need to, you know, slow down my retrieve, speed up my retrieve? Do I need to throw a weighted treble hook down there and just snag it? Like, how's this gonna go today? Because I have a feeling there's like a 13 or so in this pond. I just have a feeling. If you're gonna play in Texas, you gotta have a feeling in the band. Cool. Hey, you chill. 0.5. No, there ain't no way. That's bigger than that. This is a 1-pounder. It's always smaller the second time. It's like the scales, it's like, I said what I said. It's always smaller the second time around. Every fish I've weighed on that thing has been smaller the second time. It would have to be one that size out of this pond right here, just because I caught so many of them. Awesome. Long hair killer in my villa, bitch, I made it. Used to play, now I think we major now. She wanna lay me down, I'ma need you to hold me all the way down. Hold it down for me, you say you down for me. You say you hold it all the way down. Hold it down for me, hold it down for me.